need to run. When I scope out my country, I walk by a gun. Ole, cause that is what they promise we. A lot's going on in this sun. So I come here to bring wisdom, so we don't burn down. We lovely society. See, a new government has the assignment to put we country into alignment. But every time they read us with their ego, it's the vulnerable who feeling that below. Lord, is it ignorance or is it arrogance? I don't know what to call it in this instance. Look at paradise right in front we eyes, but we still want to talk about who we despise.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we start to mash up the good things we know.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we treat we traditions like a Barbie show, you could fix everything on we island. Put gunships on we back like a tyrant. You could put 10 radars all up Scarborough. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. We love we freedom, and every citizen will agree that no oppression will be accepted by our Trini. We come from long days on the ground, working hard until daylight come, so we'll see it wrong to be a financial donkey. Cause every day we see a new taxation that causing a new kind of sufferation. And when you don't create that irritation, you send police to fix with desperation. Lord, where's the common sense? Where's the true intent to make you think oppression is relevant? Don't be shocked, my friend, when we start to bend and you see them placards in front of the parliament.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we little children are not free to grow.
Tell me where else can we go?
If you try to ban the words in the calypso, you could try to stop social media or the taping of police murders. You could rewrite a bill like this also. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. Take one look around. Even lingo and all could see confusions in tongue, and it's affecting everybody. Politicians and Facebook trolls, even Kaisonians lost their role. The world's upside down, and I'm worried for my country. Cause every day I see victimization, racial and social aberration. We saying is love and need to go wrong, but we spreading this thing like a toxin. Man, things getting so tense, some can't pay their rent, and the effect of this feeling permanent. But what scares me though, just so that you know, is the money we about to borrow.
Tell me where else can we go?
If the IMF start to pull we toe.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we toilet paper start to run too low, you could stress out the sea pepper worker. Take a fool and make him a leader. You could change every board cause it's your show. But don't forget, this is Trinidad. I know it's good intentions. We Prime Minister have full brutal measures would only cause rebellion in TNT, like what caused Cambule in times of old. And it's so the story unfold. It's that rebellion that give we people identity. So careful how you deal with we intellect, 'cause DNA remembers every aspect. Not every time we cry it's just politics. Your mind could start to play you some dirty tricks. Look, remember that honor comes before minister, and that's why we give you so much power. So don't let us down and don't let us frown. We need to see our 360 turn around.
Tell me where else can we go?
If your promises start to look untrue,
Tell me where else can we go?
if your own voters losing trust in you, you could do what you want with what intent. You could part of the independent bench. You could change the country that we once know. But don't forget, this is Trinidad.
Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk. Final Hour Christian Ministries invites you to their annual Visitors Day service. End of days. Where are we in 2026? On Saturday, April 25th, 2026 at 11 a.m. Mandela Hall Center of Excellence with Pastor Mackenzie and the Final Hour family. See you there. Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk.
I started to run when I scope out my country. I walk by a gun, ole, 'cause that is what they promise we. A lot's going on in the sun, so I come here to bring wisdom so we don't burn down. We lovely society. See, a new government has the assignment to put we country into alignment. But every time they read us with their ego, it's the vulnerable who feeling that blow. Lord, is it ignorance Or is it arrogance? I don't know what to call it in this instance. Look at paradise right in front we eyes, but we still want to talk about who we despise.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we start to mash up the good things we know.
Tell me where else can we go?
If we treat we traditions like a Barbie show, you could fix everything on we island. Put gunships on we back like a tyrant. You could put 10 radars all up Scarborough. But don't forget,
this is Trinidad.
We love we freedom, and every citizen will agree that no oppression will be accepted by our Trini. We come from long days on the ground, working hard until daylight come, so we'll see it wrong to be a financial donkey, 'cause every day we see a new taxation.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening to those of you locked on to Constructive Talk, wherever you are in the world. It is a pleasure to have you with me this evening, and I want you to share the live, tell somebody that Constructive Talk is on, and I want you to be a part of the discussion this evening. We're going to be talking about several things we're going to be touching on. We're going to be looking at head-on some controversial issues we're going to be talking about. We have some controversial things we're going to be talking to. We have some matters of the state that we're going to be looking at. But most of all, this evening is it's not going to be anything less than what you're accustomed to. Nothing less than what you're accustomed to. Again, to those of you who are on with me last night, we had the privilege of the mayor of Port of Spain. I cannot pick him up this evening. Can't not say thank you to him this evening again for a great program. Fantastic show. I got some messages. I got some messages today, and after reading those messages, I felt really, really good. Really, 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 really good after reading some of those messages today, And again, Trinidad and Tobago, we just need to keep our eyes on the ball. Keep our eyes on the ball. Look at what's going on, and keep our eyes on it. Somebody sent a message to me, and they said to me, they said, Constructive Talk with Pastor Google. This is one of the best political podcasts in Trinidad and Tobago. Last night, he had Mayor of Port of Spain on the program, Mayor Chinua Allen. Someone else said, the explanation given on that program last night was excellent. A program above board, a program that you can look forward to and continue to listen. Hey, that is some of the reviews that came from the program last night. All of you are hearing me. That is some of the reviews that came from the program last night. So again, I want to publicly thank the Mayor of Port of Spain, Mayor Chinua Allen, for being here and sharing the information, the much needed information that Trinidad and Tobago was looking forward to and hearing. So again, let me say good evening to those of you joining me on the podcast, on the program. Well, I was told by YouTube to stop saying podcast because this program has moved from a normal podcast to a full-fledged TV show sort of thing. So again, let me say good evening to those of you wherever you're joining me. I'm on here every Monday to Thursday from 8:30. Monday to Thursday, 8:30. I am on looking at current affairs issues and things that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, I'm on dealing with it. So one of the things I wanted to touch on today, I wanted to just share with you. So I'm just going to give you some information, ads that is coming my way, and I want to just share it with you. So the first one I wanted to talk about, let's make sure I have it up. Yeah, I want to pull it up to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so the first one I want to talk about is this one. All right, get your family and friends ready for this. All right, so family and friends, get ready. All right, the PNM. All right, the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day. The PNM Annual Sports and Family Day is going to be held at the Nelson Mandela Park. All right, from 8 a.m. Nelson Mandela Park. All roads lead to the PNM Annual Sports Day, Sports and Family Day, which is going to be held at the Nelson Mandela Park. When is it? When is it, Pastor Google? Well, I'm going to tell you. I have to tell you when is it. And we want to see all of you, all of the PNMites on the 17th of May from 8 a.m. All right? From the 17th of May, 8 a.m. 17th of May, 8 a.m. Am I seeing it right? Or 8:30? Which one am I seeing there? 8:30? 8:30 a.m. at the Nelson Mandela Park. All right? So we're looking forward to seeing all of you. All of you. All right? So make sure when you come and say hello to me at Nelson Mandela Park, Port of Spain. All right? On May the 17th, 2026. All right? Sunday, May the 17th, 2026 at 8:30. PNM Annual, the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day. All right, Together Stronger. Sunday the 17th of May 2026 at 8:30 a.m. at Nelson Mandela Park, Port of Spain. Sinclair, Port of Spain. Make your way. Come on, come down. Be a part of it. Be a part of it. And I'm telling you all, it's going to be a great time. You have March Pass. You heard me right. We're going to have March Pass. They're going to have a lot of host of things that are going to be happening. And as it develops, you're going to get more information right here on this platform. Much more information as it develops right here on this platform. You're going to get a host of information concerning the Sports and Family Day. All right, concerning the Sports and the Family Day that is carded for the 17th of May. The People's National Movement is having their Family Day on the 17th of May, all right, 2026 at the Nelson Mandela Park. Time that is about to start, time that it will start. It will start at 8:30. 8:30. Be a part of it. Please be a part of it. Share it with all your friends, family, well-wishers of the People's National Movement. Make sure and share it with them so that they will be aware of what is happening. All right? What is happening. So that was one of the information I wanted to share with you. There's another information I want to share with you. There's another one I want to share with you. So take a look at this, because you know some of you are not aware. And I want you to be aware, because you need to be aware of this other information. So take a look at this. All right, take a look at this and be aware of this one. All right, make sure and share this one also with your friends and family members all over the world. All right, make sure and share it with your friends, family members all over the world. What am I talking about? Take a look at this one. All right, take a look at this one. All right, the opposition press conference, Wednesday the 15th of April 2026. Yep, that is what's happening tomorrow. All right, tomorrow, the opposition press conference, Wednesday the 25th of April 2026. Trinidad and Tobago deserve better. Watch time is at 10 a.m. Watch time, 10 a.m. So, tomorrow, Wednesday the 15th of April 2026, Trinidad deserves better. All right, the opposition is having their press conference tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, so please share the information. Continue to share the information. Share the info. Make sure some of you don't share the info, so some people don't know when and what is happening. All right, so if you're now joining me and you want to know what I'm talking about, what is all of this Pastor Google going on with, well, tomorrow the opposition has their press conference at 10 a.m. Tomorrow, the People's National Movement, the opposition, have a press conference at the office of the opposition leader at 10 a.m. Look out for it. Be a part of it. Is Wednesday the 15th? Yes, Wednesday is the 15th. Today is the 14th. Somebody's asking on the live. Is Wednesday the 15th? Somebody's saying what? Is Wednesday the 15th? Yes, Wednesday is the 15th. Today is the 14th. All right. Wednesday is the 15th. Okay. And also, I shared with you, if you're not joining me on the live, I just shared with you that the opposition press conference on Wednesday the 15th, all right, April 2026, Trinidad and Tobago deserves better. Watch time is at 10 a.m. I just shared that with you. And also I wanted to share with you that on the 17th of May, 2026, Sunday, the 17th of May, 2026, at 8:30 a.m., the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day, Stronger Together, at Nelson Mandela Park. All right, Nelson Mandela Park in Sinclair, Port of Spain. Be a part of it. Be a part of it. Don't be left out. Be a part of it. All right? Don't be left out. Don't miss out on none of those things. All right? The other thing, what other thing I wanted to share? So, that is for house announcements? Is that for house announcements? Yes, for now. All right? Somebody saying what? I said the 25th? No, anyway. All right. What else do I want to share? So there are some things that are in the public domain that I wanted to share with you guys. Some things that I am really, taken aback by. I want to show you some stuff. I don't know how many of you have seen some of these things. What's going on here? Yeah, I don't know how many of you would have seen some of these things. So I want to show you all some of these things that is in the public domain. You know, you ain't much about it, but I want to talk about it. I want to share it with you guys because I think that it is worthy of sharing. All right. Oh my, it's not downloaded. Why? That's strange. That's very strange. But there are some things I wanted to show you something. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys some stuff. I don't know how it didn't download. But I'm gonna show you guys it in a little bit. All right. But there are some things that are making the news. There are some discussions that have been happening in the public domain about some stuff that I think, yeah, it's important for you guys to be aware of. All right. What's happening here? All right. Yeah, there's some stuff. Yeah. There's some stuff that is in the public domain that I want you guys to be aware of. Very, very much aware of. And last night, the mayor would have made a statement, and I said I wanted to open the program this evening with that discussion or some statements that he would have made, because a caller would have called him and asked him a specific question last night. And I said to myself, you know what? I want to open the program with that question that the caller would have asked the mayor yesterday. He asked the mayor a question, and the mayor would have answered the question, and I really wanted to start our discussion with that question that the caller would have asked the mayor yesterday during the program, which is the point made about the boundaries during the for that's being touted about by for the local government election. And it's something that I want to keep on the front burner, and I want to highlight, So, yesterday, a caller would have called in and asked me a question about the boundaries. I don't know how many of you remember that. Right? The caller would have called in, asked a question about the boundaries. He would have also said he would have liked to hear the mayor view on that. Okay? In my little research, I was trying to find where the opposition, because the opposition leader did mention it, and I was trying to find it. Right? I was really trying to find it. But it wasn't coming. It was not coming, I wasn't finding it. But I'm still going to do my research. I was trying to reach out to someone who I believe would have had it. But I didn't get through to him. So I'm going to try to get on to him again to see if he is able to help me find or get that statement from the opposition leader about the PNM's concern about the boundaries. While all of that is important, right? While all of that is important, I want to show you what's happening also. There are some concerns that people are having in America. The evangelical churches are having some issues with some of the people who they consider to be pastors. I don't know how many of you all would have seen it, but there is this lady by the name of Pastor Paula White. Right? She would have made statements, that some Christian people found to be very disrespectful and out of place. And it was, using it as she was using Donald Trump as what would I use, as a metaphor, or she was saying that Donald Trump is like Jesus Christ in our time. I don't know how many of you would have heard that. But I wanted to touch on that a little bit this evening and give you a little idea of what's going on in American politics and with the American churches. Well, my brethren always never fail to respond. He never fails to respond to them. So I'm going to play for you one of my friends' statement to statements made by Paula White. All right, statements made by Paula White. So he would have responded, and he was very upset with statements made by Paula White. So let me play for you what Pastor Paula White would have said. And let me just run back here, because apparently some people are saying or sending me recording of me saying the wrong thing. So let me just make the corrections again. All right. So let me put this up. So the opposition is having a press conference on Wednesday, the 15th of April, which is tomorrow, 2026. Right? Trinidad and Tobago deserves better. It starts at 10 a.m. All right. So the office of the opposition press conference. Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2026. All right? Trinidad deserves better. It's going to start at 10 a.m. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th. Also, the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day will be on Sunday, May 17th at 8:30 a.m. at the Nelson Mandela Park. All right. So those were the two announcements that I wanted to make concerning what's happening in the People's National Movement. All right. So let me just play for you now, Miss Paula White. All right, let me just play for you, Miss Paula White.
And Mr. President, no one has paid the price like you have paid the price. It almost cost you your life. You were betrayed and arrested and falsely accused. It's a familiar pattern that our Lord and Savior showed us. But it didn't end there for him, and it didn't end there for you. God always had a plan. On the third day, he rose, he defeated evil, he conquered death, hell, and the grave. And because he rose, we all know that we can rise. And sir, because of his resurrection, you rose up. Because he was victorious, you were victorious. And I believe that the Lord said to tell you this. Because of his victory, you will be victorious in all you put your hand to.
All right, so that was Paula White. And this is Pastor Jamal Bright response to Paula talking to the president.
Hear me clearly. Do not adjust to this white nationalist evangelical Christianity that is afoot in America, with the likes of Paula White saying Donald Trump is the closest thing to Jesus Christ. That is a false theology. Franklin Graham wrote a letter to Donald Trump saying he's assured to get into heaven because of how he has handled the war in Iran. Trump is going to fit in heaven just like Trick Daddy did at the AKA convention. The two of them don't agree. You cannot adjust to these uneducated theologians who are quick to denounce the divine nine, but they have not renounced racist policies or pedophilia or Epstein Island or the termination of black generals from promotion. Y'all better get away from these people that are quick to quote the Bible out of context but never speak to truth to power.
So, Pastor Jamal Bright would have responded to Paula White. Me getting involved in a bacchanal. Like, it's their back and forth. But I'm just showing you where in America, there are church pastors who believe in Trump, and there are church pastors who don't accept Trump. And that will always be a back and forth that some people, just like in Trinidad, there are pastors who believe in Miss Bisasa. They call her, what? Esther. They believe that she is chosen by God. They believe that she is a woman of God. They believe all the scripture that points to her as being whatever. I believe that. So, I believe that God rules in the affairs of men. I believe that. But when you start to call Donald Trump the Trump of God, I have a problem. Yeah, I don't believe that. Sorry. I don't believe that. Sorry. I don't believe. All right. So, so I wanted to just deal with that aspect of the world politics. When he said, well, not world politics, but American church and the politics in the American church and what has been going on where that is concerned. So I just want to touch on that. All right. Just bear with me as I would have allowed myself to just share with you the both sides of what's going on where Donald Trump and Paula White is concerned, and Pastor Jamal Bright and his hang-ups on what's going on in the White House and stuff like that. So I said to you that last night, a caller called in. We know him as Mr. Simpleton. All right, he would have called in and he would have asked the mayor of Port of Spain, Mayor Chinua Allen, a question about the boundaries. For some people, that would have gone over some people's head. For some people, it would be it is a genuine concern. I want you to listen to me. For some people, it is a genuine concern. A genuine concern. And for some people, it doesn't really bother them. All right? It doesn't really bother them. But for me, it does have some things that we need to listen again to the response by the mayor. And for some of you, you need to either continue to be aware of what is going on. All right? Be aware of what is going on, because there are things that are happening that we need not to be ignorant of. So I want to play for you this clip. Right? I want to play for you this clip. Take a listen to this.
Friday, Minister of Rural Development and Local Government Khadija Amin distributed letters of appointment to 11 members of the Committee for Review and Recommendations of Boundaries.
It is Trinidad and Tobago. While our municipalities cover Trinidad, it is important to have the Tobago perspective. And so I'm pleased to welcome Attorney at Law, my sister, Ms. Crystalline Moore, to the committee. What the data proves to us, that there is a huge disparity in electoral representation with the current configuration.
Minister Amin said under the current configuration, one councillor represents 3,800 people, while another represents 14,341.
But when we have such disparity, that we have an area of 12 kilometers being serviced by one municipality, and an area such as Sandy Grande, which is the largest municipality, being 927 square kilometers. You understand the disparity and the need for equity.
The minister said the matter requires urgent attention.
It is very clear that we must take a critical review of the boundaries. We must consider the geographic issues, the type of region where we have the rural areas, the coastal areas, we have developing town centers, and our development objectives as a government. We must consider where the population has grown significantly that requires additional focus.
Minister Amin said the exercise will inform funding to the municipal corporations. Terry Ann Brown Campbell, TTT News.
Right, so you heard Miss Amin's justification for boundary adjustments. Let's put it that way. All right, you heard Miss Amin justification for the boundary adjustment. Now, the caller called in last night, and he really wanted to get the mere perspective on this adjustment. All right, on this adjustment. And I said, you know what, this evening, I wanted to highlight it because I think it went over some people's head. I think some people genuinely may not have taken genuine note of what was said by the mayor, and I want to play it over for some of you to listen to what the mayor had to say. Because what the mayor had to say, I want it never be said that people are not aware of what the UNC is planning to do with the boundaries for local government. I want to say that again. You see, we have a way of saying, but nobody ain't say nothing. Nobody ain't talk about that. How come we now hearing about that? So again, I was trying to get in contact, and I'll chance if I can call him with a guy, a friend of mine who is a researcher, of getting. I thought I had the video of the opposition leader after Miss Khadija Amin made those statements in the parliament. The political leader of the People's National Movement made a statement on it. But lo and behold, last night, a caller called in and he asked a question. And I want to play for you now the response from the mayor of Port of Spain concerning what I played for you just now, which is the committee that the government has formed together to deal with the boundaries for local government. Take a listen to the mayor, and then I'll come right back.
The point is about the boundaries. Now, without going into too much kind of technical detail, the caller is part right and part wrong, right? Part right and part not so right. For general elections, for the constituencies, the EBC has sole responsibility for adjusting the boundaries of the constituencies for general elections, right? Each constituency is made up of several polling divisions, so that the entire country is carved up into polling divisions, and as population densities change, as people move from here to there, or as families grow, a few polling divisions will be moved from this constituency to a neighboring one in order to kind of balance all of the constituencies so that they are about the same size. If memory serves me correctly, you take the size of the voting population divided by 41, you get a number. That number represents 100%, and so all constituencies are between 90% and 110%, right? If memory serves me correctly. But for local government, there is one very significant difference, and that is that the boundaries of the municipal corporations are fixed in the legislation.
Okay.
So Schedule 1 to the Municipal Corporations Act lays out the boundaries of the 14 municipalities, and it means that a government can go into the parliament and change the act and change the boundaries of the municipalities, so that the exterior boundary of the city, you can go into the parliament and you can change that exterior boundary. The EBC has responsibility for what you might call the interior boundary, so that in the case of the city of Port of Spain, there are 12 electoral districts made up of polling divisions. The EBC will adjust those boundaries of the electoral districts so that you get something that is workable. So the EBC has that responsibility, but a government with a majority can go into the parliament and change the boundaries of the exterior boundaries of the municipal corporations. The municipal corporations are fixed in the legislation.
Okay.
So Schedule 1 to the Municipal Corporations Act lays out the boundaries of the 14 municipalities. And it means that a government can go into the parliament and change the act and change the boundaries of the municipalities, so that the exterior boundary of the city, you can go into the parliament and you can change that exterior boundary. The EBC has responsibility for what you might call the interior boundary, so that in the case of the city of Port of Spain, there are 12 electoral districts made up of polling divisions. The EBC will adjust those boundaries of the electoral districts so that you get something that is workable. So the EBC has that responsibility, but a government with a majority can go into the parliament and change the boundaries of the exterior boundaries of the municipal corporations. Why does that cause me some cause for concern? And it's because of something called gerrymandering, which is something that is very possible to do. And gerrymandering is where you manipulate the boundaries of the electoral area so that you can give one side an advantage and one side a disadvantage. What does that normally look like? Generally, it looks like one of two things. There's a strategy called packing, and there's a strategy called cracking.
Wow.
So it could pack, or it could crack.
Wow.
Packing means that you look at the support of your opponent,
Yes.
and you pack that support into as few areas as possible. So you say, okay, here is this electoral district. The let's say the PNM has support all over the place, and generally, they win 8 out of the 12 seats or what have you. You redraw the lines and you pack the support into as few areas as possible, so that you move from having a good chance of winning 8 out of the 12 seats to now having a good chance of winning 5 out of the 12 seats. So that's packing.
Yeah.
The other way to do it is called cracking. And that's where you take the support that your opponent had and you spread it around.
Mm-hmm.
You move some across here, you move some across there. So you say, all right, if you normally get 20 votes in this area and you win this area, I will take 5 of these votes and put it over here, 5 of these votes and put it over here, 5 over here, so that you dilute the ability and the strength of the organization to win. What is quite possible to be done is to look at the different polling divisions, look at the areas where the PNM has support, for example, and move polling divisions out of a municipal corporation and throw it into another one. So, for example, we are here in the Southland, that might look like taking some strong PNM polling divisions from San Fernando and throwing it in Pinal Debe, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the case of
La Hoqueta.
In the case of La Hoqueta,
Paro,
right? Taking some strong polling divisions from the Tunapuna Regional Corporation. Throw it in Arima. It is very, very possible to do.
Wow.
Right? If you kind of understand.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, if you do a lot of campaigning and you understand, electoral math.
But will it affect Port of Spain though? Maybe a little difficult for Port of Spain.
Well, it depends, because the PNM has support all over the country. So all over the country there are people that support the PNM. All over the country there are people that support other political parties. So that maybe it will take too much effort to create a circumstance where you turn Port of Spain into a UNC stronghold.
Yeah.
But you might be able to make enough changes where you could get 2 seats. So you always have a seat at the table.
Right. And also an older man.
There you go. So it is something that is of significant concern for me and I know for my colleagues as well. Yeah. And I know that it's attracting a lot of attention. And
of course
I want to thank the caller for raising the point and giving me the opportunity to do a little bit of explanation. Yeah. But I think that this is something that will be very much more ventilated in the not too distant future.
Last call. All right, so you just heard the Mayor Port of Spain explanation on the gerrymandering, as you would say, and the drama behind this whole boundary removal of the moving of the boundaries or adjusting the boundaries for local government elections is something that I want to have a discussion on. I wanted to hear some of your views on it. That is why when I heard him talk about it last night and the explanation that the mayor would have given last night, I said, you know what? I want to play it over again and generate a discussion on it. A short discussion, because we have some other pressing matters to get at. But I want to hear how you feel after hearing the mere explanation last night. How you feel about this committee for next year local government election. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening.
Pastor Boga. Good evening, Pastor Boga. How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you for playing that thing again. And I'm glad that people are opening their eyes. But let me tell you something, eh? You are well aware that the UNC are not a fan of the first party system in this country. They have always advocated something called proportional representation. And you know what that is, right? And I'll give an example. The system that's being used in Guyana to vote in a new government, they use the proportional representation method. And I won't be surprised come 2030 that the UNC will also use that method to replace the first past the post system with proportional representation. They have been advocating that for the longest while. Even Mr. Raf Maraj on one of the frequencies have been advocating proportional representation to replace first past the post with proportional representation. And we've seen it even in the local government election. For example, Diego Martin, despite the PNM winning all the seats, NT was still able to get an older man. And come to think about it over the years too, there were certain seats that PNM could have won easily, like Sanwa Barataria and maybe Moruga Table, and for some strange reasons, PNM can penetrate the thing. We used to win the Sanwa Barataria seat, why is it that we can't win it again? And I noticed too that she mentioned Sani Gandhi, they are targeting that seat to make it a safe, to make it a safe seat for the UNC. There's no thing for the PNM, so I don't know if they want to split up Sani Gandhi into, I don't know, Toko or Southern Sani Gandhi, whatever it is. But that's something to be looked at. This is very concerning. And then also too, they recently passed a bill where persons, some kind of grandfather bill, where persons who live in the United States could come back here and vote. So you see what's going on in the Pacific world. It is something to think about. So
I hear you. Well, that is why, caller, I brought it back up and is generating, and I'm trying to generate a conversation around it.
Of course.
All right.
Look at what's going on in Tobago too. That is something that the PNM, those seats for Tobago should have been PNM, but for some reason, with the politics going on,
say that again.
Also see Tobago East and Tobago West. I find those seats should have been held firmly by the People's National Movement.
Well, Tobago has never genuinely been PNM, you know.
I understand, no possible, but the way how things going right now, the UNC is guaranteed at 18 or 19 seats,
and that has been always been the understanding from back in Mr. Capaldeo and all of them time. Right,
and we always trying to get. We had to
and that is because right, and that has to do with a lot of things. That has to do with a lot of things. But while I hear you, caller, I don't want to move away from the discussion. I want to hear people's view on what the mayor had to say and what Miss Khadija Amin had to say about these boundaries. That is what I want to hear people talk about.
Well, like I said,
all right.
Okay, now I have a lot of votes to get back those seats.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So the number to call is 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. That is the number to call to get onto the program this evening. If you don't know the number and you want to get in to share your view, yeah, you can do that. 464-7003. 464-7003. 464-7003. So yeah, yesterday when the mayor made the statement, I was talking to a friend today, and she was like, we need to highlight that. And I said to her, of course, you need to point it out. We need to continuously point it out to persons that, hey, going on, we need to be watchful.
The number to call in live on Constructive Talk is 1-868-464-7003.
All right, that is the number to call, 464-7003. 464-7003. That is the number you can call to get in and share your view on what are your thoughts. Anybody have anything that they want to share? How do you feel about what was said? What do you think about what is being what the government is touting about, is proposing? I really want to hear your views on it, Trinidad and Tobago. So that's why I would have again said, let me play it this evening so that I can hear your views. Your views. I want to hear your view on this matter, because I think this matter is a matter that we can't just pretend, or we can't just sweep it under the carpet, or we can't just say, well, let's wait and let's believe that because people are upset with this government, they are just going to vote and there's nothing, or some people might say there's nothing that we can do, but just wait and see and just have the wait and see mindset. Or is it that we do what we did in 2010 to 2015? If you don't know what we did something, Yeah, we did something. 2010 and 2015, we did something. From 2010 to 2015, when they were trying to bring in a legislation called proportional representation or something like that. And I remember Mr. Dominic Romain, Mr. Dane Francois, Sharon Felix, Aisha Wells, Juliet Davy, and myself, including Bruce Wayne, we would have asked persons to meet us by the waterfront. There were vigils. People used to have prayer vigil at the waterfront. Prayer vigil by the waterfront with concerns about that disproportional representation, and a lot of you might have forgotten about that. Yeah. So that's something that I really wanted to highlight, something I really wanted to show this evening, to hear how you feel about it, to hear what is your thoughts about it. And I said to myself, you know what? Let's see how this go. Let's see how. But I'm not getting any calls on it. One caller would have called in and share his view, and I respect his view. And I really expected to hear more from some of you. If it is concerning to you, if you have some kind of concerns about this, but nobody's calling, so let's move on. All right, let's move on. There's another item, another issue that I'm seeing in the public domain. Oh yes, I want to put this up. No, I think I have it there, man. Yeah, there's another issue that is in the public domain that I'm going to share with you. You know, I'm going to share with you another issue that is in the public domain. What is it I'm talking about? So, I heard it in the news tonight, and I heard, and for me, I want to share it because, yeah, man, look, it's here, man. Yeah, I want to share it because, you know, somehow or the other, I'm wondering if the nation is sleeping. Yeah, I'm really wondering if the nation is sleeping or if we are awake to what is going on. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Here in the Pastor Google.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So I have a concern about it because I find that they always, every time UNC in power, they always up to something. Always up to something. Now they're trying to come like if it's a type of voter pardon. Because remember, when they do that, they go have, they're breaking up the boundaries and things. You can put more boundaries in a more place. So when the corporation comes, and the corporation bigger or smaller, minister might have more UNC seats and less CNM seats.
Or, as the mayor said last night, they may not even want to have seats, you know. What they might want to do is have a councillor on the Port of Spain city. In the Port of Spain city, they might want to have 2 or 1 councillor in the Port of Spain city. They may do the same thing in other areas where they think that PNM has a stronghold.
Exactly, and then that is unfair. I mean, people ain't gonna get enough representation.
All right, so let's see how it go. All right.
Yes, Pastor, we will lock them and listening.
Thank you very much. All right, so let me just remind you, when you get through or when you're calling in, load on the television. Load on your television. So that, you know, you won't get any feedback. All right, Pastor, I will like. All right, yeah. So the discussion is still open while we talk about other things. So I saw in the news today about this HGC and the contracts that are given out by HGC and the questions that are asked. The media is asking questions about these contracts that are given out by HGC, and you know, there's a news article by Miss Regis sharing her concerns about HGC and the giving out of contracts, and some people have questions that they would like answered. There are some people who are watching on and wondering, well, how we reach here and stuff like that. Also, I don't know how many of you would have looked at the news where the minister, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain him. I don't even know how I don't know. But I want to play for you. I want to play for you two young people two young persons would have done their blogs on this situation with HEC. And I want to play for you because, you all are saying that the young people in the PNM need to come out. They need to use social media. They need to be a little more vocal because we're not hearing the youth where current affairs are concerned. Listen to these two young men and what they have to say about this HGC matter. Two young persons. Take a listen to this. And I'm going to come back and we're going to go into the nitty-gritty of some of the other stuff. Take a listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
Government is about to spend $3.4 billion of your money on housing contract. Right now, the public has no information about who got it, why they got it, or what's actually being built. HEC recently awarded housing contracts to 11 contractors. Among those selected are a steel contractor, a hardware supplier, and a stucco company based in Tobago. Interestingly enough, only one of those 11 companies had prior experience building houses for the HGC. Now questions are being raised about how the selection was made. There's an economic concept called information of asymmetry. This is when one party has access to information that the other side doesn't. In well-functioning procurement systems, the gap is closed through open tenders, public criteria, and public procurement plans. And according to available information, the process wasn't listed on the HEC website and wasn't included in the 2025 to 2026 annual procurement plan. Also, a standstill notice was issued with a 10-day challenge window, while accepted practice is typically 15 to 20 days. This is the principal agent problem playing out in real time. The government is the agent, tasked by you, the citizens, to spend public money responsibly. When that process lacks transparency, the agents stop being accountable to the principal. The cost isn't abstract. Thousands of people remain on the housing waiting list. Developments like Citrus Close and Edinburgh Towers are reportedly near completion, sitting idle. When finishing them could cost a fraction of the $3.4 billion in new contracts. Regardless of which size raises the alarm, the underlying issues is the same. Public money requires public accountability. Whether the process was handled correctly is exactly what the standstill period exists to determine. But citizens deserve to know that before any contract is signed, not after. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this situation. Also like and follow if you enjoy this type of economic content and want to stay up to date with what's going on.
All right. All right. So that was one young man who would have done his take on what's going on with HTC and the contracts that were given out. People have concerns. The young man did a video about his concerns. Right? I want to play for you now a question that was asked to a minister in the Ministry of Housing. Right? Listen to this response by a minister in the Ministry of Housing. Or should I play you the young man? The other young man. Nah, I want to play you this response because the other young man will deal with that too. So I want you to listen to the response by the two ministers in the Ministry of Housing. Take a listen, Take a listen. Share the live.
A quick question, please,
Good
sir.
Good afternoon. I don't talk to Trinidad media.
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
Right.
You're very biased. Or you're not you personally, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to. Yesterday, former housing minister.
Nah, that lady, tell her to buy some more wig.
A quick question, please,
Good
sir.
afternoon. I don't talk to Trinidad media.
Why?
Eh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
Right.
You're very biased. Or you're not you personally, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to. Yesterday, former housing minister.
Nah, that lady, tell her to buy some more wig.
My colleague here.
So what I wanted to get was your response to Camille Robinson-Reggie's criticisms of the HGC contract. HGC contracts that were recently given out. Specifically, she criticized the lay time period, saying that it was too short, 10 days versus the standard 15 to 12. She's also criticized it for there being a lack of transparency.
I'm not sure where the lack of transparency would come in, because we operate under the procurement legislation, so everything has to be transparent and above board. I'm not sure about the 2 days that she's asking about. Again, that seems to be splitting hairs. I honestly believe that that is arguing for arguing's sake. There's nothing wrong with the contracts that were issued, and let her pursue it wherever she thinks she needs to pursue it.
Do you believe that the criteria would have been fairly reflected of the capacity needed to deliver these large-scale housing projects?
Absolutely. I mean, Camille Robinson Regis was in government when somebody jumped out of cloth business and started to build properties for the state, and they did a good job. Everybody should have an opportunity to do as well. And that's what we believe. I think that due diligence would have been done by the management and board of the HPC. We have to stand with that.
On what basis were the 11 contractors selected?
I wouldn't be able to answer that, because we don't get involved in that aspect of it.
Are you surprised that the government has found evidence linking local organizations to so-called, terrorist entities like Hezbollah, Hamas, and IRGC?
I have to hold my personal opinion on that, because that's not my way.
Going back to HGC, sorry. Can you let us know where these developments will be?
Again,
that was something else that Robinson Regis criticized. That there was no saying
that there is a lot of information already in the public space about it. The contracts were awarded transparently. If there are questions that she wants to ask specifically, she should direct them to the HTC. I don't think I should be putting that information out in the public space here. That wouldn't be correct.
Watch this. Former Housing Minister and Member of Parliament. Watch this. Former Housing Minister and Member of Parliament Camille Robinson Regis has raised concerns over the proposed award of $3.4 billion in public housing contracts to 11 contractors, questioning the transparency and legality of the process. Watch this response.
Senator, good day. A quick question, please, sir.
Good afternoon. Are you talking to Trinidad media?
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because you all don't deserve to be spoken to.
Right.
You're very biased. But you're not you personally, but in general.
Understood. But just one thing that we have on our radar right now that we're following, right? I don't know if it's something that you might be willing to respond to yesterday. Former Housing Minister.
Nah, that lady, tell her to buy some more wig.
So you looked at the video, and there are 3 things I want to point out for you in case you missed it. 1, the issue wasn't addressed. Deflection took place. Deflection took place in 2 instances that I could see. When he indicated to the reporter that he doesn't speak with local Trinidad media, and then 2, an attack made to the member, speaking about her appearance and what she should buy. But yet, there are issues that when concerns are being brought forward, there are members who would just avoid the media or just give us a sensational response for the media to run with. And that is not the case. Tact and diplomacy is something that I don't know where it has gone, but we need to buy it back. We need to send our ministers to understand how you handle national issues. Because there are some persons who are not interested. They don't have an appetite for the political to and froing. An issue was raised, address the issues. You don't have to always attack the person who's raising the issue. What has that taught us thus far? I.e. CARICOM. The issues is before us. And instead of we use tact and diplomacy, and we don't fumble the bag, we just dig in the deepest ditch we could think about. And it's a back and forth, and who respond and who won't respond. Come on, let's address the issue. And if things are done above board, address it and leave it alone. But then look at that response. That doesn't make any sense. As a matter of fact, if that response was given about the Honorable Prime Minister and say she had to go and buy a wig, you know the uproar we would have seen? Come on, we can't use convenience because that is my side. And lastly, I never thought I would have said this, but I appreciated Philip's response, Minister Philip Alexander's response, more than I appreciated his own.
So, you heard from the two young men. One young man dealt with the response of the ministers. Another young man dealt with the matter at hand, which is HDC giving contracts, and there are questions to answer. Again, you all are calling out the young people to respond to the politics. You got two response. I played for you two response from two young men. One young man said he don't appreciate the style of politics by Senator and Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Anil Roberts. But he appreciates the style or the response by Mr. Philip Edward Alexander. So that's one young man. The other young man went into the meat of the matter, and I will play it again for you to listen to in your hearing.
Government is about to spend $3.4 billion of your money on housing contracts. Right now, the public has no information about who got it, why they got it, or what's actually being built. HAC recently awarded housing contracts to 11 contractors. Among those selected are a steel contractor, a hardware supplier, and a stucco company based in Tobago. Interestingly enough, only one of those 11 companies had prior experience building houses for the HDC. Now questions are being raised about how the selection was made. There's an economic concept called information of asymmetry. This is when one party has access to information that the other side doesn't. In well-functioning procurement systems, the gap is closed through open tenders, public criteria, and public procurement plans. And according to available information, the process wasn't listed on the HEC website and wasn't included in 2025 to 2026 annual procurement plan. Also, a standstill notice was issued with a 10-day challenge window, while accepted practice is typically 15 to 20 days. This is the principal agent problem playing out in real time. The government is the agent, tasked by you, the citizens, to spend public money responsibly. When that process lacks transparency, the agents stop being accountable to the principal. The cost isn't abstract. Thousands of people remain on the housing waiting list. Developments like Citrus Close and Edinburgh Towers are reportedly near completion, sitting idle. When finishing them could cost a fraction of the $3.4 billion in new contracts. Regardless of which size raises the alarm, the underlying issues is the same. Public money requires public accountability. Whether the process was handled correctly is exactly what the standstill period exists to determine. But citizens deserve to know that before any contract is signed, not after. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this situation. Also like.
This is the list of the contractors. This list of contractors here. Look at the list of contractors. I would have liked to get my member of parliament, Mr. Brian Manning, on. I would have liked for him to take us through or give us an idea of the procurement process. Give us an idea of the procurement process. So would you all allow me to see if I can get him on the phone lines? I'm going to see if I can get my member of parliament. I know I didn't schedule him to talk this evening, but I just want him to just give us an idea of the procurement process of how this is supposed to be done. As a former minister of what was he? Finance. He should be able to give us an idea.
I said give me a F, and let them know that is the code. Oh Lord, some say the code is this. phenomenon. With serious issues, mankind choose to fool around. Then they go find out, facing real consequences, that when you play totish games, you win foolish prizes. The mighty US of A, look how them in disarray, because they forget the first dose of madness. So with the short-term memory, they welcome back Donald T to give that fascist a second term in office. But after they take the bait and they realize where's the fate, enough of them want to change the vote, but it is too late. You see the FA, FO, I see the FA, now they go FO. Plenty immigrants made their choice. Uncle Donald they're supporting, but he put their support on ice and themselves he start deporting. FA, FO, I see the FA, now they go FO. But now Donald breaks in because it now so keen. He naming the Epstein files, so they now studying like they're voting a presidential pedophile. FA, FO, I see the FA, now they go FO. You see when you're ever wrong, there's no doubt. Even Uncle Sam will find out that what's our in bam bam starts sweet in the mouth. When you shout FA, FO, I tell you that is, tell him that is the call. Oh, say, can you see? You see the call? Come in. Trinidad love all fours, you know that is the truth. So when America trump, we just follow suit. If them MAGA morons is America's concern, well, we present government is easily the clones. From 2010 to 15, the tenure was so obscene, scandalize the land and destroy we economy. What? Like we missed the free for all, incompetence and bubble. So we bring them back to finish mash up the country. And as they assume their roles, I set a square peg in wrong holes. Now plenty people who help them win at the polls. Feel the FA, FO. They say the FA, now they go FO. The two worst Alexanders in the world and team make ministers. One is a racist troll and one need a West Indian first primer. FA, FO. I said the FA, now we go FO. Meanwhile Tanti setting up TNT in people worship we in place. She should have led the Yankee army plant the radar in shipping palace. FA, FO. I said the FA, now she go FO. You see when you're ever wrong, there's no doubt. Persona non grata must find out that what's our in bam bam starts sweet in she mouth. Sing it out. FA, FO. I tell you that is, tell them that is the code. Cause when code yellow wins, corruption begins. Where's the real code? Let me talk to the doc. Doc, you had the man.
You know, somebody's asking me if the company, the 8th company, is it affiliated to the OWTU? Very interesting. I'm getting the information, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't come off the live. Share the live because the information is going to be very, very interesting.
To set out to sway the vote, offer up a young scapegoat to just get a kobo sweat after you say bye-bye. You delay party convention, play with party constitution, and figure you could have gerrymander the outcome. But your FA, FO, got your FA, and then your FO. You chain up the young man for truth to snap the election fingers fast. Although every poll warn you that would have be a shortcut as FA, FO, got your FA, now all of we FO. So for your voters who stayed away, you certainly have a part to play. Cause they feel like they get betrayed, like it had snake in the valleys. FA, FO, I say your FA, now all of we FO. You see when you're ever wrong without doubt, even strong leaders find out that what's our
wanna buy a gun.
Oh yeah, you want to buy a gun? I hear you, Mr. Helan Francis. All right, so Chaddy got in contact with my member of parliament, but apparently he resting. I feel he resting. He's not a man that don't take my calls, eh? Don't get to earlier. He's a man that take my calls. But apparently my member of parliament taking a little rest. But I saw where someone asked me a question. Someone is asking for a friend. They're asking a question. Is the 8th company listed? Is it affiliated in any way with the OWTU? Just asking for a friend. I asking for a friend. Is it associated, affiliated? Come on. Is it affiliated, associated with the OWTU? Anybody know? Anybody could tell me? I'm hearing also, this is a conversation I'm throwing in here, by the way. I'm hearing that people are applying for jobs for the reopening of the refinery. There is an application form. I'm trying to get access to it. I'm hearing that there is an application form where persons are filling out an application form to get jobs at the refinery, at the reopening of the refinery. Anybody aware of that? I heard, I'm hearing, I'm asking. Is that true? Anybody heard that? Anybody is aware of that? Asking for a friend. Again. So for those of you who know, tell us now. Don't keep it a secret. Have you applied? I hear they're asking for engineers and old supervisors and everybody to apply for their position. So, as I said, I was trying to get in contact with my member of parliament to give me some information on the procurement process. What is the process? What is the what is the OPR? What is the procedure for companies that are bidding for contracts? So what I know they have to do, or what I'm aware of, is that you have to be OPR registered. You then would, the state or the company, Trinidad and Tobago Housing, the Ministry of Housing, would then put out a bid, right? And you would have to bid with other persons, put in your bid, and it's an open thing. I don't know what took place. Anybody is aware of how did these contractors were able to get these contracts so early in the game? What is going on? What it is went on? So I want to just play for you something, because it is in the news, you know. It's in the news that about these contractors, and you know, again, people are asking questions and the answers are not forthcoming. I don't know about anybody else, but the answers are not forthcoming. So let me play for you. I'll give you a little taste of what is the OPR. Take a listen to this.
Public procurement reform in Trinidad and Tobago has been a long time coming. While it's been a long winding road going way back to its roots almost 50 years ago, when civil society, associations and other groups began to advocate the need for proper procurement procedures. Since then, significant strides have been made. Come with me and let's take a walk down memory lane. In 1961, when times were simpler, with a smaller number of government organizations, the Central Tenders Board Act was established with sole responsibility for government procurement and disposal. As time progressed, the external environment changed, impacting the public service to the point where the CTB Act had to be amended several times, and statutory bodies and state enterprises were developed. In 2006, the White Paper on Procurement Reform identified several weaknesses and limitations with the Trinidad and Tobago procurement regime, including CTB Act limited to the tendering phase of the procurement cycle, parallel procurement systems, procurement bypassing of CTB, limited human resources hampering effective monitoring. Fast track to 2010, where a joint select committee was appointed to consider legislative proposals for public procurement reform. Since then, input from the UNDP drafting a handbook and special guidelines and training public service officers between 2015 to 2017 led to accession and partial proclamation of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act relating to the establishment of the OPR. Enter in 2018. The Procurement Board was appointed by the President of the Republic of TNT, where they immediately set out to develop the regulations to support the Act through stakeholder engagement and consultations. Today, we are proud to be the pioneers of good governance in procurement, retention, and disposal of public property as we stand upon our core values: integrity, transparency, accountability, and value for money. We are committed to be a corrupt-free Trinidad and Tobago, as our vision to be the catalyst for transformation through best practice in procurement, retention, and disposal of public property is realized. This is effected through our operations according to Section 13 of the Act, with the aim of changing the trajectory of public procurement corruption in our country, so that we leave a lasting legacy for our future generation.
All right, so you heard it. That basically gives you an idea of what the procurement, the OPR and the legislation and stuff like that. But I wanted to get some more in-depth answers about this whole HGC thing, because there are questions that need to be answered. I don't know about you, I don't know about anybody else, but Trinidad and Tobago have questions, because it's our money, it is our money that is going to be spent. Yeah, it is our money that we don't have much of. We don't have much of. So we need to get answers. We need to get answers. I don't know about anybody else, but I think we need to start to ask questions. All right? And get proper answers to the questions that we're asking. What say you? Do you think that the government, the Minister of Housing, Mr. David Lee, not the junior ministers. I don't know why the media are asking the junior ministers these questions, you know. No, media, you all need to be talking to the minister. What say you? Don't you think that the media should have asked? But you see, Mr. David Lee is not a part of the Senate. Mr. David Lee is a member of Parliament. So they may have to wait on Friday to ask Mr. David Lee that question, or whenever the Parliament is. I don't know when is Parliament. I think it's Friday. All right? Ask Mr. David Lee about these concerns, because people genuinely have concerns. You heard the young man, and you heard what the young man had to say, and you heard what the young man is, how the young man is saying that, hey, we need transparency. Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Hey, 10%.
Pastor, I understand your questions where the media sort of seek seek out Mr. David Lee and ask him those questions. But I don't know if you know, you probably know, the media is censored. There's certain tough questions that they can't ask.
Really?
As they can be looking for work. Don't pretend you know.
Nah, that's not true. No, wait, just now. Not all media houses. Not only I saw let me tell you why. I saw a flyer where the UNC is celebrating 30 something years, 37 years or something like that. You know what? Let me pull it up because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the other media houses are there excepting which one you think?
TT.
Eh?
TT.
You didn't hear what I say?
Hold on. Repeat it. I was moving some stuff. Hold on there, go ahead.
All right. So in case you was closing your fridge door,
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you. I'm saying to you that I looked at a flyer today from the UNC. From the UNC. I think they were celebrating I want to tell you the right amount of years. I think it's 37 years. Right? And they invited a lot of media houses, but there's one particular media house they did not invite. Which one do you think that is?
Who that was your CNCG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I would CNCG. I know.
So that's why when you said to me just now that the media is censored, I don't think that CNC3 care. I don't think that they are censored.
Nah, I mean, most of the houses censored, but yeah, you're quite right with Guardian Media.
No, they don't care. And when they made this statement, when Annie Roberts made his statement earlier on, when we played it, and you heard Annie Roberts saying, I don't talk to Trinidad media, you know. He was really throwing that for CNC3.
Well, like I said, these fellas want to do what they want, and they mustn't question it. Now, I have an issue, and they should really be asking David Lee. And this cat there tomorrow, because we want to know. You can tell me, right? You give out contracts, but you in that we don't know where they're going to belong. Really? I just drive past certain buildings in person today that was near completion under the last administration, and this administration, and them doing like them start to finish it, and you give out new contracts, and we don't even know where they're going to build, or they just find the land yet. So all they find the land yet, but all again getting money. I mean, we must sit down and just do make a scene. How you can also Pastor? How you can tell me you put my money, my son money, in a man's hand to build something? No man is that he never built before in his life, but you don't know what he's going to build it. Make it make sense. You understand what I'm saying, Pastor? It's not millions, it's billions. You understand what I'm saying, Pastor?
I understand fully.
How you could tell me you give it a contract, but you can't tell me where this man going to build his house, build these houses? If you want to give final money, but don't give final my money.
Why not? But I don't understand you.
Give final your money, not my money.
But they're giving heavy duty your money to call the nurses and them PNM nurses.
Yeah,
you talking about?
Chan, do remember.
So then, but that's what I don't understand your point, because you're arguing for your money, and I totally understand you arguing for your money. But here why I asking you. Eh? You are arguing for your money. You're saying don't give your friends and family them my money, right? Don't give them it. Don't give your finances and them it. But your finances and them, but you are financing heavy duty to disrespect the nurses of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, Pastor?
You are a financer. You are a financer to heavy duty being on the radio.
You feel I just thought that? You feel I happy with that?
You don't have a choice. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If Google had said what Heavy said on Toxicity.
Are you mad?
Well, if I had said that on 91.9, on 91.9, you feel the nurses and them would have roll over and play dead?
No. They want to come for it. But once it's not paying them, they can say anything you want.
But my question still remains is that we have people on state media. We have a minister in the Ministry of Housing refusing to talk to media in Trinidad and Tobago because he said they're biased. But you have people like Heavy Duty and them.
Now that minister, he a guy. Pastor, that minister,
leave me alone. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with Trinidad and Tobago, because you cannot tell me that you have these people on state media disrespecting citizens, and everybody is like, well, what we gonna do? We are telling them for 5 years. It's so
no, because half of them know. The pastor, half of them shame. Half of them is these people outside there who are saying, we are getting something with the guy now.
Yeah, they getting something. So, no, they getting thing.
What they getting?
I mean, what they getting? What they getting? I don't understand that question.
But half of them home thing now, waiting to hear.
Waiting on for the media review. They're going to get something in the media review.
All of it. I waiting to.
Well, you don't get already. We're waiting to get more. You waiting to get more?
Yeah, more. Let go to that. But I was saying to Pastor, another issue, and these people acting like you're not supposed to ask them a question.
No, Dave, but you heard, but you did not hear what Annie Robert said on it.
I hear what Annie say. You know I'm not an Annie fan. I hear what Annie say. And I know the whole issue is you can't question them. And they want to tell you what to ask them. And I went to ask them. And the minute you jump into tell them true, you're biased. But you giving a man, you giving your friend a contract. And millions contract.
You have evidence that they are their friends?
Alright, allege. Yeah, alleged friends.
Ole doesn't want to put me in problems, you know. Sorry. They are their friends.
Allege. Sorry. You give your alleged friends contract. With my money, we don't have we don't know where going to build these houses. East, west, north, south, we don't know where.
Don't worry now, you're going to see it soon.
When? But money passes, how money can pass, and we don't know.
Brother, listen to me. I'm sure a member of parliament is listening to the program, and I'm sure that one of them will ask in the parliament, could you all tell us where these buildings are going? No, it is very passing strange. Let me tell you why it's passing strange. I'm going to get back that clip with Kareem Marcel, you know. Kareem Marcel was asking the Minister of Housing, how it is your budget for this amount of money, but you're going to spend X amount on building homes. And the Minister of Housing would have said to Kareem Marcel that was a misprint.
Great. I want to see it.
Oh, you don't believe me?
No, I would not test you. Why wait for? Because I want to screenshot it myself. That wait for. I mean testing you. I know you're with you. But what I wait for is a screenshot. It's a screenshot for myself and put it in my archives. That's why I wait. Then I say enough. But I have an issue. We give him a contract with the building. We don't know where he's going to build the building. If it is sky, east, west, north, south, we gamble it. We gamble it. You can't tell me where you gamble it, but you want to give money. Yeah, Pastor, I'm going to make some space. I'll go on. You enjoy yourself night.
All right. Let's take this caller. Hello, good evening. All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sad to see, but there are two fora that information could be had on this issue. One is by the opposition question to ministers. So we can only hope that the question will be asked to the minister in that way. But also, the way the speaker allows questions to be answered, we may not get the questions we want.
You may not get the answers you want. Yeah.
Yeah, we might not get the answers we want and how we want them. So the other way is a freedom of information request. And now is a time where we need to have the PNM's version of Ravi Balgobin Maharaj in the last 10 years and the senior counsel who will do it pro bono, as the senior counsel from Freedom Chambers did for all the Ravi Balgobin Maharaj matters over the years. The 62 times that the government was taken to court for COVID regulations and so on. But you know what I'm going back to, right?
Before you move on from that. No, I have seen a resemblance of what you are talking about.
Correct.
I saw it with Mr. Randall Mitchell, and the person that they would have been using would have been Mr. What's his name? Wendell Eversley.
Yes.
So I will inquire from Mr. Eversley if we can get that information, if he can work alongside Mr. Randall Mitchell to get the information for us. One. Two, I saw in the news this evening on Constructive Talk, we have been questioning and asking the minister for a release on the money that was spent on artists for the Flavor Village.
Yes.
I heard in the news where she is willing to give a list of artists and payments made.
Yes.
To the Senate, and I'm going to ask the goodly senators, I'm going to call on Mr. Brown to please pass the information on to Constructive Talk, because we want to know how much money Iowa make in Flavor Village. Go ahead, sir.
And these are good questions. These are good questions that you have put there to be asked, and we await the answers. But you know, for me, right, all that you would have showed us there. First of all, I want to comment on the videos from the two gentlemen. Very, very informative and good to see people of that age, of that generation, the Gen Zers, looking to ask these hard questions. Because you know why these hard questions have to be asked? Because you had to go back to the Prime Minister's inaugural address to the nation after she took her oath on the Constitution. And where every one of our cabinet ministers then appointed and the ones subsequent to that said they would do right by all manner of people. See that part? And doing right to all manner of people also has to do with being forthright, because in her address she said that we would account to you, we would be forthright with you, and we would give information. No longer would we be making deals in the dark with this one and that one. No longer would be seeing friends and family being enriched and so on. She said that was gone. That was gone. But if people are comfortable with seeing, as the other young man pointed out, buildings, things that close to completion being not completed, and you're looking to start new construction. And I sure you would have listened to our evening program today, where one of the proposed contractors is a group of doctors. One of the companies is owned by a group of doctors. Where these doctors are going to find the time, well, there's no crisis in the health sector, so I suppose they will have time outside of their duties as physicians and patient care to conduct this sort of business. But where did they develop this expertise? And, you know,
sir, let me stop you. Stick a pin.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking about doctors and where did they get their expertise? In Mr. Philip.
Construction,
in construction.
In construction.
Yes,
yeah, in
Mr.
construction.
Philip Alexander today, when was asked about contractors, right? When was asked about contractors,
yes,
he said
what he said.
He said there was a contractor who used to sell cloth.
Yes, he did say that.
Okay,
he did say that.
Okay,
but
here what I wanted to do, I wanted to remember that, and I wanted to remember something else too. A person asked a question on the live. Somebody sent me a message, and I'm going to
about
ask.
UWT.
I'm going to ask, and I wanted to answer me that. I asked the question from a friend. My friend is asking.
I know that. Well, you would know where hardware and oil is. You would know where our hardware is located.
Listen to me. Don't do it that. Don't do it that. I want you.
I know where it's located. I know where it's located. Having spent some time in the south during my career, I know where our hardware is located.
So the question I have asked, caller, I am asking the question for my friend. My friend is asking. Is the 8th company listed, right, associated with the OWTU?
And they may well be, but watch the linkage. You just informed us that you have credible information that forms are going out for people to apply for positions in the refinery. Right? You told us that a few minutes ago.
Yes, sir.
So what's the connection? So if that is so, and you want to have people close to the where the refineries operations, wouldn't the people need housing? So it would make sense to me that a contracting firm with links to the HGC would want to give housing to prospective employees close to where the refinery will be operating from.
He's a bacchanalist.
It would make sense to me. So if that does happen, I wouldn't be surprised. And mind you, if they are the preferred bidder, because we saw a press conference with a whole ceremony with the certification of the PES company that will be bidding for to operate the refinery, isn't that so? So it appears to me that the people are looking to bring a business entity that falls under the strictures of the OPR, as you just played the video for us, where integrity is a big feature and so on. And I'm quite sure that these people will do nothing that would see them running afoul of the regulations of the OPR. Because remember, corruption died on the night of April 28th, 2025. Corruption died. Corruption died. We in a new era of refreshing governance.
What are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to sell me?
I'm not trying to sell you anything. I am just being a patriotic citizen saying that this is the characterization that was given to us in the Prime Minister, your address.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And this is between us here, when we're talking it publicly. But it's really a conversation the both of us having publicly, but it's with both of us. Let me tell you something. If we allow, if we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, allow this matter, this situation that Ms. Reggie's brought to the forefront to die, we are going to eat the bread. Not just the devil, His wife, his children, and children need.
How much more of that bread we could eat, Pastor? how much more of that bread we could eat? I mean, your belly ain't hurting you, boy. Your belly ain't hurting you.
But let me tell you something. That every time you walk through the grocery, your belly does hurt you. I don't know about nobody else in Trinidad and Tobago, but every time you go to the grocery, your belly does hurt.
I was part of a discussion over the weekend, right? And I saw it on social media and about the real cost of the NIS increase.
You was having that discussion?
Yeah,
well, I and the wait, just now. Just now.
Really 3%.
Wait,
it's not really 3%.
Stop that caller. Huh? Stop. Stick a pin. Stick a pin.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to run your program in the past. I don't want to do that to you. But we just talking. We are just having a discussion. I don't want to run your program. We just talking things.
Caller, why do you think Mr. Tanku is so quiet? Don't you find that the Minister of Finance, who was so confident and who was so, how to put it, boy, assured in himself,
promise made, promise kept.
How it
promise is? Promise made, promise kept.
Why is he so quiet?
When you see, when they say the best place to learn to swim is on the shallow end of the pool, right?
Yeah.
But when you confident and you turn yourself from the shallow end of the pool, bye, die for baby, I go in on the deep end of the pool, and you jump in and you realize you have no life preserver, right? You have no life preserver and you're floundering. That is what has been going on. You remember I told you something when Mr. Hawaii was appointed the central bank governor?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hawaii is who is really the Minister of Finance. He is really the Minister and check it. You know there is no minister in the Ministry of Finance, right? You don't find that curious for a minister who just came into the portfolio? You don't find that curious? But you have three in the Ministry of Housing. You have two in the Prime Minister's office, in addition to parliamentary secretaries and so on. You don't find that strange, Pastor? But as you said, we not only eating the bread the devil and his wife need, we eating the whole warehouse. That is our lot for the next 4 years and something.
4 years. 4 years.
We eating the whole warehouse.
4 years.
But like I say, I am hoping that we will see, and you see, more is unfolding, Pastor. More is unfolding slowly but surely. Because you know what I'm saying, right? Remember, it was told to us in the revitalization program that and we had people from Dubai and Saudi Arabia coming here. with what is going on in that part of the world, you seeing them coming anywhere to assist us, Pastor, to build our economy when there is under severe threat?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
let's see how it goes.
Incidentally, Miss Motley was at the IMF today and the IADB and so on, and she was warmly greeted by everybody she met there. Do you think a similar reception will await our Prime Minister and Minister of Finance or other functionaries when they get there, sir?
Well,
but thank you for the opportunity, sir. It was nice dialoguing with you as usual.
You are most
always
welcome.
A pleasure.
Well,
thank you.
You're most welcome, sir. Trinidad and Tobago, by extension, the world. Nobody can answer my question yet, no. I'm asking a question for a friend of mine. I'm asking a question for a friend of mine. And nobody seems to be able to answer the question. My friend is asking a simple question. They're asking, is the 8th company listed associated with the OWTU? It's a question. And every question deserves an answer. Tomorrow the opposition have a press conference. I hope that some media practitioner asks that question so that somebody can take note of it and ask it in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Pastor Google, and to all your viewers.
Thank you very
much. Now, to the answer of that particular question, I don't have that information with me right now.
Okay.
But I would like to put our next question to add to that.
What is that?
The number 3 contractor on that list is one of the alleged racketeers in the EMBD scandal.
What you saying? Don't call no name. Don't call no name. We will play it. Here what we'll do. Here what we'll do this evening. Caller, here what we will do this evening, right? Yeah. We will play the news article. We will play the news story. Yes. And within the news story, you know they have a song from TTT, from Sesame Street. One of these things are just like the other. One of these things doesn't belong.
That doesn't belong. Could you tell which thing? Yes. It's not like the others. By the time I finish the song, yes.
So I'm going to look for that video. For that video. No. Let me tell you why. I appreciate your call. I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to see if any of the viewers would have picked up on that. One viewer picked up on number 8.
Right.
You picked up on number what?
3.
No.
And
go ahead.
And that number 3 contractor get the largest amount, over $1 billion. Watch the list. Watch the amount. So you're seeing a pattern here where under this government, because another alleged racketeering contractor in that EMBD scandal is getting contracts in NGC under Munilal. Allegedly, according to what Stuart Young asked in Parliament. So you're seeing a pattern, right?
And this is just their first year.
And this is just their first year.
Right.
Well,
now we will play the story, and then if you try and get back in now, and tell me if the story that I played, if the company name was mentioned. All I have to say is spot on, Pastor Google. Spot on.
Yes. Okay then. Thank you, Gandhi. Have a good night.
You're most welcome, sir. You're most welcome. You know, a caller called in and he wanted me to play the clip with Kareem Marcel in the parliament questioning the Minister of Housing under the budget debate. I want to play that clip now, Yeah, I have to play that clip. I want to play that clip. So let's go into the parliament of Trinidad and Tobago with Mr. Kareem Marcel and him asking a question. He was questioning Mr. David Lee. And I want you to listen to the response by the Housing Minister, David Lee. Take a listen. Take a listen. Olio. Somebody play me for fools,
The Honourable Minister, line item 08E 230, Accelerated Housing Programme. Could the Honourable Minister indicate from the 200 million allocated in this fiscal, how many homes are intended to be built of this 200 million allocation?
Based on the information I have, member, out of that 200 million, we have identified to construct 612 homes.
612. Honourable Minister, in the Honourable Minister Finance budget statement, he indicated that there is intention to create 20,000, either 20 or 10,000 homes within a 2-year time period. Could the Honourable Minister indicate
that? Member, that statement was not in the budget statement. If you read the budget statement, it talked about the delivery of 20,000 homes over the next 5 years.
So on page 42. Sorry, please. Chairman, I'm going to read from the Honourable Minister of Finance budget speech, page 40 of the statement. Before I ask this question again. Right. Our target is 20,000 affordable homes within 2 years through the PPPs and innovative design. It is on that basis I'm asking whether that allocation would be sufficient to accomplish that. This year's allocation would set you on target to accomplish that, please.
Member, if I can just draw you to the answer, the Minister of Finance never said that in his statement when he presented the budget. It might have been a typographical error.
Oh, thank you very kindly, Mr. Chair.
It was a typographical error. It was an error. Leave me alone now. Leave me alone now. What really going on in this country, boy? So they really think that we're not going to go back on these things and listen to these things and reflect and see and think what's going on? Eh? They really think so? Yeah, they think so. They believe so. They're convinced of that in their mind. That we not going to look back at those things. But the caller who called in just now, the caller called in and he said number 3 is to watch. Them is people to watch. Number 3 on the contractors list. On the contractors list, number 3 is people to watch. Eh? Will you hear me? If you hear me, just type yes in the chat now. I'm not sure if you're hearing me. If you all are hearing what I am saying, because a caller called in a while ago, and the caller would have made mention of something that we need to watch. The caller said, look at contractor number 3. If you all are hearing me, just type yes. We're hearing you. So I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play something for all you. I want you all to listen. This is a judgment that came down from the Privy Council. The law lords. So contractor number 3 is a contractor that the caller is saying we need to watch. Why we have to watch that contractor? Why? Anybody know why? Alright, let's listen why. Take a listen.
The Privy Council has denied T.N. Ramnath and Company Limited, its principal Taradat Ramnath, Calco Limited, Motilal Ramhit and Sons Contracting Limited, and Fides Limited permission to appeal a Court of Appeal decision. This ruling dismissed their applications to strike out estate management. The Privy Council has denied T.N. Ramnath and Company Limited, its principal Taradat Ramnath, Calco Limited, Motilal Ramhit and Sons Contracting Limited, and Fides Limited permission to appeal a Court of Appeal decision. This ruling dismissed their applications to strike out Estate Management and Business Development Companies Limited (EMBD's) case or compel EMBD to provide further details. EMBD's case involves claims of unlawful conspiracy, bribery, dishonest assistance, and breach of fiduciary duty related to 12 civil work contracts awarded shortly before the 2015 general election. EMBD seeks to recover $275 million and declare the contracts void due to illegality. The lawsuit also involves counterclaims from contractors seeking payment for work under these contracts, and it names former government minister Dr. Rudal Munilal among the defendants. Following the Privy Council's decision, the case will proceed to trial under Mr. Justice C. Prasad, with defendants, including Dr. Munilal, are now required to file their defenses by November 6, 2024. Previous efforts.
Caller, are you there? Caller. Okay, you're not there. Olia, I want to come off this live. Because you know why? I'll tell you why. I want to come off this live. I'm gonna come off this live. Caller are coming off the live. I end the program after you done talk. Caller.
Spot on, Pastor Google. Very spot on.
Caller, I am coming off this live. I ended the program.
Okay then. I just called back to confirm your investigative journalism is spot on.
Do you think, caller, before you come off, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Caller, you think that no other journalist in Trinidad and Tobago ain't noticed that? Or can make that out?
I believe they either refuse to or they sleeping on the job.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
I heard a talk show host this morning. He is saying that he is going to revisit this discussion in the morning. Do you think that talk show host will be bold and brave enough to do what I just do here?
I do not think so.
Why?
They will obviously be very guarded.
Oh. So I see only Boboli then?
No, you are the only person who focus on getting the facts.
Okay.
Than that other journalists. They wouldn't really tread too deep into the matter.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
But you know, caller, that's why I said to the previous caller that we as a nation cannot and should not allow this matter to die.
We should not. We should not. But I'm just warning though. One by one, you're seeing those alleged racketeers in the EMB scandal are getting contracts. And I'm putting you and the nation on notice. Don't be surprised in a couple years' time, you hear that EMBD matter scrapped.
But Dr. Rowley said that to us. Dr. Rowley said that it is a civil matter. It's not a criminal matter.
Right. Right.
And we need to keep our eyes. We need to keep our eyes on it. And we need to keep our pulse on it. Because if the Privy Council rule that they have questions to answer,
serious questions to answer
for racketeering, and now this government is giving them contracts, then hear what's going on now, man. Trinidad and Tobago sleeping.
We are sleeping. We have to keep this in the public domain every single day. It has to be fresh. It has to be excessive pressure.
Well, then hear what? I will be listening tomorrow morning to hear you on that program, letting them know I was listening to a program just last night, and I was reminded of the ruling by the Privy Council on a matter. Okay, sir?
I will try to get in. For sure. I will try to get in.
Thank you very much for calling.
You too, sir. Have a good night. Thank you.
To you. You're welcome. What say you, Trinidad and Tobago? 464-7003. 464-7003. We run games. We run games in this place. We on games in this place. We on games. You know what I just tell earlier? I seen a picture here. Earlier, don't get me vexed now. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Hey, 1%. 10%. Talk to me.
And everything you explained to me, right? With contract number 3.
No, but I waited. No, you don't do me that. You was big and bold telling me about I just played for you the clip that you asked for.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. That's noted. Thank you. I know chance. I know chance. I know you have it. I will not chance. Thank you. I got it now. It's screenshot. So it's careless.
You know, before you say anything, right? You know that we have a place in San Fernando called the 100 Steps.
Yeah, I saw in news a guy that did something very nice.
Where he painted the 100 Steps with the councillor for the area. Right? The councillor for the area joined up with that gentleman to paint that the steps in the flag.
He did a fantastic. He did a fantastic job.
Right. You know, I see that picture here with the MP for San Fernando West and other persons come to take credit for the 100 steps.
Wait.
I know they may not put it up for you to see. And I believe I have that video.
You're trying to know, right? The so-called entertainer / counselor /
No. The member of parliament. For San Fernando West.
That is who again?
The man who was the principal of NAPS.
Come now, man. Nah.
I will show you just now.
That old man wicked.
I'm gonna look for the video with the councillor and the man who sponsored the paint. I have a friend who would have left her house on Sunday to go and paint them steps.
But I have co-workers who pay who on a project we're talking about. I have co-workers who live in Sando, not in Sando, well, I get to call all the Sando, them live in Lamin. But them ones down there, in the hot sun, doing that.
Only wicked. Only you and see wicked, you know.
Them UNC not me. I show me hold them.
You get your 10% under the UNC mention. All is apartheid.
I get on money. I just say anything, huh? But our man wicked. He has to be a wicked man. You ain't know nothing. You going. I want to hear what we say. I want to hear what you say.
He has said nothing. He just take out pictures.
He wicked. Because on the news here tonight, the individual he was highlighted, and he gave a speech and he said it had more and people got fall down and he just decided to do something nice. What Obama was.
Only wicked. Only I tell you, only different, no brother.
Not me, but it's also time me for them. Anyhow, why come to ask you, right? Two things. They said I'll come back to two things. So I don't want to believe them expect people after to believe that we went through any procurement, because if you had to go through any procurement, contract and how much you wouldn't be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't I be there?
How it is, you could tell me. You have a case going on. The Privy Council have a ruling on you, and you want people, a responsible government, to put more state funds in your hand. That's what you're trying to tell me. No. Let me make it make sense. We are not idiots here. Everybody is not on cock here. So not everybody is UNC supporters. We are all patriots here. And you're telling me, complaint number 3, after all we read, a board, a committee is going to rule on putting state funds back in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that. And that nobody ain't going to say, hey, Alicia, is this all on the one we give more state funds by? I don't see what happened with them. A responsible government will do that, right? That's it's trying to let me believe, right?
We say that's not. And what a responsible government?
A responsible government will check and say, hey, we really going to put more state funds in them for hands, right? Them for them calling with the council. You really going to put more state funds in them for. But look at the ruling here, by that is showing people. All they go and get their money still, right? A responsible government will check that. Let me believe that them check it and still decide to give you money. Let me believe. Big one thing.
Yes.
Well, let me make it make sense. Next thing too, right? There's a company. The address is I think it's 236 Southern Mirror Marbella. What them bill? No, I said no. I can't call them bill anything. Nothing about sandcastle on a beach. What them bill? No, I said no. So my money going there, no. So I need to know what I'm bill. That company with the address 236 Southern Mirror Marbella. What I'm bill? I can't answer. How much employees working there? How long their existence? We the last project that them take control of. And how successful it was. When that finished? No, I have to ask these things. Because I'm rightfully so. we careless, you know. We have to be like a road march because all the carry putting money in people hand and we don't know where the one bill yet. I see some of these people is hardware. You see that, Pastor? Hello?
Yeah, I listening to you now.
I am seeing some of these people is hardware. And they don't be hard because I never hear about them yet on the radio or on the TV. They small hardware. You want to put millions of dollars in their hands to build a house. So because they are sell material that means they can build a house. I can see for waiting for Pastor. Them know already. They ain't sure about coming back, so it's a grab while they can. I see for what it is. They ain't sure they come back. You know? So while I here, let me grab what I can. Let me grab what I can while I can. That's what it is. Because you cannot tell me company number 3, after all of them, you have a responsible government. You go through a picon, you go through a board meeting, and you go through a selection process, and you say, you know what? Let me get them still. After all that. So I really want to hear what they will do about them because I want to see to hear what he's going to say about it. Well, you know, you can't see the right because she here nor there. She don't know nothing. So you can't ask she neither. But they will ask. I don't mean according to you, me saying Philip on the next one. I want to call him on your show. Me saying Philip on the next one. But you see, they really because he is the man that's going to in the joint select committee answer a question. So he had to answer a question here. And rightfully so, thanks for this video. He say, we say, is that what? A misprint. Because he was under pressure, because you want to know where you're going to all that. All of a sudden he say it's a misprint because he couldn't answer all the questions, so he said it's a misprint. So the same misprint now, it resurfaces now to get money. And after one answer question after company number 8, 236 Salamir Marbella. With them bill.
Brother man, I let me take our next call. You see you?
I saw some.
Oh God, the call are gone. I thought I was the next call already.
Before all I know is with a bill.
Brother man, I don't know.
How long their existence?
I don't know. You know them?
Well, yeah.
Are you aware of who they are?
I know they are. I'm so glad you don't know how glad I had this list. I go and Google all them.
Where can I Google them for?
To find everything about them.
You have a good evening. Hello, good evening.
I don't know.
Caller, you need to load on your television and talk to me on the phone.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, caller.
Even Pastor Google House and extension Trinidad and Tobago. Something disturbed me a lot after listening to Chinua Allen the
Caller? What are you doing? Hello? Caller? All right. Hello, good evening, caller.
Yeah, you hear me, Pastor Google?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, I'm saying, I was listening to Chinua Allen the Mayor last night. And I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Princess Song getting more money than the Port of Spain Corporation?
I don't know. I can't remember him saying that.
No, but I looking at the chart because I mean, I see the chart is up. I wanted them calling on this for a while because when you're looking at after listening to Ms. Beckles and everyone else.
Sorry about that, caller. Go ahead.
You know, they're making this woman dominate the conversation. It shouldn't be like this because if you're not getting enough money, and you know what is so sad? When the PNM was in office, they was giving the UNC Corporation enough money, you know.
Well, last night, Mr. Chinua, Mayor Chinua, and Ms. Glasgow said that.
Yeah, but it's a fact. I mean, to say.
But if you, I mean, and I hear you saying that she's dominating the conversation. She's not dominating any conversation, so let me correct you. The conversation is in the public domain because of the Mayor Port of Spain. Right? They had a meeting. Wait, let me correct you. They had a meeting on Wednesday. If you had listened to the program last night, you would have understood that they had a meeting with the minister on Wednesday. When they had the meeting with the minister on Wednesday, the mayor of Port of Spain sat down in reflection of the meeting with the minister. The mayor sat down and reflected on the meeting and he said, no, this could never be right. The minister cannot be not giving us our proper allocations. And the mayor would have put up a Facebook post on the situation that the Port of Spain Corporation is facing. After that, that is when the minister come out and say, oh, he only saying that because of whatever reasoning she have in her mind. And from there, go forward, the mayor of of Port of Spain has taken over the conversation. He was on TNC3, he was on TV6, he was on 95 today, he was by me yesterday. He has dominated the public domain with the conversation. The minister is playing catch up.
Boy, this is crazy, man. I mean, to say it's no words to put words to this. And I'm thinking most of these corporation who is under the PNM, I mean, to say they need to speak up. All of them, you know, they need to speak up.
And they have been speaking up, sir. They have been speaking up. We had Port of Spain talk, Miss Glasgow, Diego Martin talk, San Fernando was in the news this evening. Arima is starting to rumble, and you have Tunapuna starting to rumble.
Okay, well, Point got to speak up. Point got to speak up too.
Point right now on eggshells because Point. Reason why Point is on eggshells because Point is trying to get the allocation and the little money to keep the borrowed. So if they run out and start to make noise, we know how vindictive this government can be and they may not get their allocation for their borrow.
This is crazy, man. I don't understand. They acting like if the UNC is acting, this government, present UNC government, is acting like I don't understand these people and them where these people living. I'm trying to understand. It's Trinidad and Tobago. You win the election. It's not UNC or PNM. You're government. You have to govern fairly with everyone. You can't be picking side and doing whatever you want and think is okay. And the fanatics, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's sad to see what's going on in Trinidad. It's really, really sad. But I hope these mayors really pull together and let us see this thing come to fruition.
Well, they have started, and I must commend them that they are pulling together, and they are because yesterday evening when the mayor of Port of Spain was here, the mayor of Diego Martin called in. Miss Aquila Glasgow called in while the mayor of Port of Spain was here, and she called him to give the mayor of Port of Spain full support, full 100.
Okay, all right.
So for people to say that they think the minister have more, the minister is playing catch up. Let's be real, because she made a stupid faux pas by saying that the document that Chinua would have read from on this program is misleading. It is not true. She just make a big faux pas by that statement. That's what I'm saying to you, that she's playing catch up. She not on the ball.
Well, I think they need to make no, because if the shoe's on the other foot, let's just see it was spin around. The UNC people that be making noise every day, because we know how these people are. They will be making noise every day in your head, man.
Yeah, well, they're making noise. The PNM corporations are making noise. If I sit here and say they're not making noise, I'll be lying. They are making noise, and they have been making noise since they have gotten cut. Since the cut came in, they have been making noise. Mayor Chinua Allen was the first one to talk about it. After that, you had the Mayor of Diego Martin doing the whole PowerPoint presentation to show you, hey, look how Shoguna's getting more money than Diego Martin and Port of Spain. Look how these people getting more money. Look how these people getting more money than all over. And they have been consistently on the ball, making their voices heard about this. When Mayor Allen said, hey, the way how things looking, it look like if you go through February, Mayor Allen said, hey, I stretch the money till February. No, I'm not sure if I could stretch the money till May. Nah, the man talking, man. They're talking.
Yeah, but we have to understand too, with cuts come with unemployment, eh?
But the mayor said that.
You don't have money. You can't pay staff,
But the mayor said, but sir, you didn't listen to the program.
No, I didn't know. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't on last night.
But then you need to go back and listen to that program.
Well, I will definitely do that. That's the good thing with YouTube. You can always post.
Yeah, go back and listen to the program. You'll hear all what you're saying there, sir. The mayor would have talked about that. He said that because the government did not budget for the 10%, the corporation got a directive from the Minister of Finance to pay the part of the what you call it, the back pay, and to also pay NIS. They have to, because the NIS raised, they have to pay the NIS. And the mayor came out and he showed the document. He said, hey, because of all of this, because we never budgeted for this, we are running out of money.
That is this government intention, eh? It's not happening by accident. That's their intention. That's their intention, to starve the corporation, get people frustrated and say, look, we ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, thank you for the education. I'm going to go back and pull the clip from last night. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. So I was talking to Alex just now about what? Listen, look at this video. Will this come out? Right. Well, let's take a look at this video.
Right, we are the 100 steps here. We decided to do our little renovations. This is where the communities meet. This is where we buy our punch, our coconut water. We exercise. We garden, bond, and tell stories. We know what's going on in the neighborhood while we get fit. Join me at the 100 steps when we do a complete renovation. We are the new 100 steps.
The new 100 steps.
I want to thank Musa and the Rahman family for all of this. We're ready for Springville Paradise to feel renewed, and let us continue to exercise and work on the steps.
And come and take a lot of pictures, a lot of selfies.
Musa, what's the inspiration behind this?
Sometimes I come here, run up and down the stairs, we take pictures. My girlfriend took a picture, and we look at the picture and wanted to post the picture, and the place just looked bare. It just looked bland. And I mean, I travel a lot. I've been to Colombia many times, and I saw they have something similar to this in one of these cities, and they did something similar with their stairs, and people use it as a selfie spot. They pose and they take pictures, and that's what we have. These stairs here. Every day there are hundreds of people here. They take pictures, and what they see is an old sign, a bare stair. So I decided to do something, incorporate the Trinidad flag, because they wanted to be patriotic. We have lanterns to represent the Chinese nationals. We have Tassa. We have the Moko Jumbies. We must have the steel pan, which is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the hummingbirds. We try to have include everyone in this, and it's not just something patriotic. It's a cultural experience. You come, you take a selfie. Hashtag 100 steps. Let it go viral.
And this is 99% final. We just have to do the railings again, and we're done, and we'll be opening. And
it actually came out better than I thought it would have come out.
Live a healthy lifestyle, and we're promoting Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. Trinity to the bone, right?
Come to the 100 steps. Right, we are the 100 steps here. We decided to do our little renovations. This is where the communities meet. This is where we buy our punch, our coconut water. We exercise.
So, Leanna, what we're looking at, there's a pit here of the little launch of the 100 steps. The guy who you all saw a while ago, that was the councillor for the area, Mr. Naigum. And this is well, yeah. Anyway, let me go back to my talk here, right? So, the member of parliament, and I can't remember who the other persons there. And let me see him Naigum, to be quite honest. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Well, we good, we? Let's go back to the phone lines. 464-7003. 464-7003. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Caller, listen to me on the phone and not on the television.
Yeah, listen to me on the phone.
Yes, sir.
Connection.
Talk to me, sir.
I sent you a questionnaire just now.
What's the question?
Do you know who own Hard Rock Cement Company?
No.
I wanted you will check out that, all right? I'll send you some homework.
Only to pack knowledge in this country.
You will see it close. Now, cement is one of the... what is happening with TCL? Trinidad Cement Limited. What is happening to that company?
I don't know. You tell me.
2. No, well, I asking you because I like needed. Now, 3. Hard Rock sells $10 cheaper than TCL. If you build in a house, who are you using to purchase cement from? And then, now, if you have 2 major companies in Trinidad that are producing cement, now all the other contractors who build in a house must purchase cement, isn't that so?
Yes, sir.
Who you feel like going to purchase from? If I had to buy 300 bags of cement and at $10 less, how much dollars I say? And hello, a construction site not taking 300 bags of cement. You might end up being about, let's say, 500,000 bags of cement you're going to use on a housing project. So you see what's happening. Now, who does that go to? Not the government. TCL is government. And it's not going to the government because they want to purchase from the private cement company, Hard Rock. Just check that out and you will see. So it's not only $1 billion, $1,143,670 million alone. Consider that, please. That is a question here. You go answer that tomorrow for me, please. I'm listening. Bye.
Me? You only don't get me no problems now. Me? Answer that tomorrow. Me? I want to answer this question. I want to play this. All I like thing. I'll hear all you talk. Take a listen.
PNM will come to you. I know their mantra. I know their hymn. I know their bhajan. I know the dua. I know it all. Once election come, they will come to talk about corruption allegations and the partnership and all the ministers under Kamla Prasad Bisesa. They have no achievement to talk about. So they will come. That is their playbook. Their playbook is to rehash that. Tonight I want to tell you that in 9 years we have been in opposition. Not one minister of the Kamla Prasad Bisesa cabinet has been questioned, has been charged, has been arrested on any matter relating to her government, relating to her cabinet. When I told them that in Parliament, it rocked them because they like to talk about allegations and allegations. You see, Rowley spent all the time he concerned with Rudal.
A few moments later.
But this is PNM at its best.
Why would you say that?
I will say more later, another time.
Lee then left in an awaiting vehicle. He faces 2 charges. 1, a conspiracy to defraud the state of Trinidad and Tobago, and 2, misbehaving in public office. According to the TTPS, somewhere between March 24th, 2019 and May 24th, 2019, he, quote, falsely and dishonestly applied for and obtained tax exemptions in the sum of $1,416,292.65 to purchase G6 Mercedes-Benz, knowing the vehicle was being purchased by someone else who was named in the charges, and knowing that this person was not entitled to such exemptions. In an immediate response, the UNC expressed support for their deputy political leader, calling the charges trumped up. In a release signed by PRO Dr. Kirk Megu, they said this is the typical PNM playbook with complicit operatives within the police service designed to embarrass and defame. The release went on to say, the UNC does not expect anything different from the current leadership of the police service, who seem to be working very closely with the PNM, even openly in press conferences. The release went on to say it was expected, accusing the police of being instructed to harass and investigate opposition members. Commissioner Jacob, on the other hand, had another view. He told CNC3, quote, the police service is an independent organization and we do our investigation as the evidence unfolds before us, and they work hand in hand with the DPP. They got the directives from the DPP, advised to go ahead and pursue the charges. We work in hand with the Director of Public Prosecutions, end quote. David Lee was released on $1 million bail. He was represented by Candice Barrett Nahus and Alexia Romero. Kejan Haynes, CNC3 News.
Interesting, eh? Well, interesting, boy. What can I say? What can I say? I'm taking all the calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. What do they have to say now? What say you? Trinidad and Tobago, what say you? And this conversation started with this young man. We see, let us ask for the young people. You all have been asking for the young people to come out. The young people come out. Listen to him.
Government is about to spend $3.4 billion of your money on housing contracts. Right now, the public has no information about who got it, why they got it, or what's actually being built. HAC recently awarded housing contracts to 11 contractors. Among those selected are a steel contractor, a hardware supplier, and a stucco company based in Tobago. Interestingly enough, only one of those 11 companies had prior experience building houses for the HTC. Now, questions are being raised about how the selection was made. There's an economic concept called information of asymmetry. This is when one party has access to information that the other side doesn't. In well-functioning procurement systems, the gap is closed through open tenders, public criteria, and public procurement plans. And according to available information, the process wasn't listed on the HEC website and wasn't included in the 2025 to 2026 annual procurement plan. Also, a standstill notice was issued with a 10-day challenge window, while accepted practice is typically 15 to 20 days. This is the principal agent problem playing out in real time. The government is the agent, tasked by you, the citizens, to spend public money responsibly. When that process lacks transparency, the agents stop being accountable to the principal. The cost isn't abstract. Thousands of people remain on the housing waiting list. Developments like Citrus Close and Edinburgh Towers are reportedly near completion, sitting idle. When finishing them could cost a fraction of the $3.4 billion in new contracts. Regardless of which size raises the alarm, the underlying issues is the same. Public money requires public accountability. Whether the process was handled correctly is exactly what the standstill period exists to determine. But citizens deserve to know that before any contract is signed, not after. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this situation. Also like and follow it.
Yeah, so give me that.
Yeah, 10%.
I wasn't on cover, I don't know. But that's what we see with the member of parliament. This is shameless people. You ain't send a pocket of paint. You ain't send a city council worker You ain't doing nothing but going to take a picture. Your family and member of your staff, your office staff. These people are ashamed. These people are totally shameless. Don't people are in the house and thing when they wake up. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't self do anything with the project, but you going to take credit. You start by there with a thumbs up. So if somebody don't know what we're on, they will feel you do that. Well, they must come out sometime, right? It's not this man. They have no idea how that subject so. And start on this, start on this with and taking picture. You and your wife and all your other stuff. All them ashamed, boy. You know I can't do that. Pastor?
I'm listening to you. You know. When I listen to you, you just be calling up many.
Sorry. Okay. I can't do anything. I will hold them because it's safe and get on and move on now. But if I know mean something, I can't. I do as a member of parliament. I would have called the man and do a story to him. I wouldn't go on. I'd call him and do a story to him and give him some kind of appreciation. I wouldn't go and play stamp and taking credit for the man work. But I do, but then for one of the thing defender.
That's all the UNC does think.
I'm not. Why you say? Everybody say I love UNC, but.
Well, yeah, what now? Make your contribution to the program now. Make your contribution
to
the program.
But the contribution is, well, before I go, I will thank you. I was called to thank you for the list. I'm a fit on tomorrow. I will be googling all them to see who they who it is. And I learn and I could about them. Thanks.
But I wanted to make your contribution to the program.
My contribution to the program. I made a contribution. I am this guff of.
You know what I mean by contribution or what?
You getting that tomorrow?
Only 10. What I talking about the contribution, brother. To keep the program on live stream.
Is that talking about?
Okay. All right.
I'll call you tomorrow.
I apologize.
I'll call tomorrow.
All right, sir.
Please God.
Once you going up, let's make sure and be careful going up, Lady Chancellor. You see people getting bited from dog and thing.
Well, I hear so, but then the is mad. You can't want to hire a dog on them. Off leash with no muzzle. Something wrong with them.
Well, but
anyhow, that being said, I go. And he and the police go down because I think nowadays that's the work. So he and the police and the man, then go work on that.
Yeah, nah. You see what go on with You see what happened on TV6? I mean on CNC3 today.
I didn't watch what happened to them.
You didn't see what happened?
No, I should make
don't tell lies now, man. You really didn't see what happened on CNC3 today?
No, I didn't see nothing. I will in like man, please. I really didn't see nothing.
That's why sometimes I like to talk to you. That doesn't know when to be you know.
I hear when Anna tell you the reporter, I know about that. Well,
it have a drama. I go play it now for you.
Oh, yeah,
remember when I had the lady on from TSTT?
Yeah.
The president of the
union.
The union. And she was treading very softly and don't want to ruffle nobody feathers with the payment to Marshall.
Right.
And she was saying that how she not sure if she wasn't sure if Marshall get paid.
Marshall get paid. Marshall is
wait now. No, nobody get paid yet. They getting paid month 10 here. May month 10. But listen to this. Listen to this. Listen, right? Don't say nothing. Just hush and listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stay quiet.
Marshall Montano was the headline performer. Initially, it was said that he would not be paid. However, that soon changed, and Montano confirmed that he was only taking less than a third of his usual rate.
You heard that?
Yeah.
But I thought he wasn't getting paid.
You believe that?
You see, you're laughing at me. You're laughing at me. You're laughing at me. You're laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Brother, Marshall, listen to me. You don't let me pull back up the clip with Marshall saying he's not getting paid now.
Yeah, you see getting paid. There's a guy.
Marshall said he wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, he lied. Okay, he lied. You know, he lied. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You have a good night, eh?
Yeah, let me before I go to there. The guy who me and you know have me to do a great deal. He live on that stage. What he getting? Hello, Pastor. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Wait, did it say? He what?
He live on that stage.
Who live on the stage?
The guy who we both know. He live on that stage, yeah? If you go 10 times, you think he 10 times. What he get? Hello? 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 Hello?
I don't know, boy. I don't know. Leave me alone. I don't know. I'm a good. You like bacchanal? You see, you like bacchanal, boy? You see, only Steve Adams call him 10%. He's a bacchanalist. He is a bacchanalist. Right? He's a bacchanalist. I don't care what nobody tell me. He get that 10%. He just say what me know. Alright, so to those of you who are locked on to Constructive Talk, we ask you to please make your contributions to keep Constructive Talk on the air. Alright, make your contribution to any First Citizens Bank. The bank account number is on your screen, which is 2417963. 2417963. Make your contributions to any First Citizen Bank. Alright, so again, make your contributions to keep Constructive Talk on the air. Make your contributions to any First Citizen Bank. Account number 2417963. Alright, so we're looking to make our way out of the YouTube channel this evening. Again, I want to thank all of you for being a part of our discussion this evening. We were talking about the boundaries that Minister Khadija Amin has a committee that is looking into changing the boundaries of the local government municipalities. Also, we touched on the HGC matter, and I would have played for you two young men. One would have talked comprehensively on the issue of the bids, and another one would have shared his concern in the answering to the media by one minister in the Ministry of Housing, Ministry of HGC. So again, we would have touched on the contractors, and some of the contractors we have issues with. We are looking at how did they manage to get contracts. But that's something for us to keep our eyes on. Tomorrow, as you are aware, and I would have shared with you, tomorrow at 10 a.m., the opposition press conference on Wednesday, the 15th of April 2026. On Wednesday, the 15th of April 2026, Trinidad and Tobago deserves better. Watch live on Facebook and on YouTube at 10 a.m. the opposition press conference this Wednesday, the 15th of April 2026. Trinidad and Tobago deserve better. All right, so it's at 10 a.m. And also, please know that the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day will be held on Sunday, May 17th. Sunday, May 17th at 8:30 a.m. at Mandela Park in St. Clair. Please be a part of it. All right, please be a part of it. So the People's National Movement Annual Sports and Family Day. Better together on Sunday, May 17th at 8:30 a.m. Be a part of it. Last call before I step out of YouTube. Hello, good evening, caller. Hello, good evening, caller.
Hello, good evening. Constructive talk.
Hi, good evening, sir.
It's a very side note for everything.
Pardon?
There's a side note for everything else that's happening tonight.
Okay.
Slightly concerned about this is something not for controversial at all, but it's just what happened in Suman Gardens this week here with the guy that was shot by his wife. I already find it was a very weird situation, and the media didn't touch on it too much. And it was a personal friend of mine, and I find it was weird.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
How come you get 2 farm licenses?
Well, the thing is, right? I know the fella personal. He had 19 firearms with all firearm license.
He had what?
He had 19 firearms with 19 firearm license. The 19 firearm license in that household.
Okay.
And the situation was that he well, from what I heard, but I was one of our personal partner, to be honest, one of our personal partner, and he was murdered in the house there, and the media against him bad. And I really find that was horrible.
Well, Mr. Prakash Ramadan, they would have, the file would have went to the DPP, and the DPP would have made a decision based on information presented to him by the police. The DPP would have said that it based on the investigation by the police, it was out of self-defense.
The self-defense situation, right? Because I was there. Well, I wasn't there, but from what I hear, right? The man supposedly fired shot to the woman, and she returned with 13 shots.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't find that sounds like self-defense to me.
Well, again, we were not there, so we don't know. But it's something
I know for sure that his body have 13 shots.
Okay. Well, it's something that, let me see if I could get in contact. Well, I don't even know how to get in, if I could talk to Mr. Prakash Ramada. But it's something that, we have to just, let's see how it will play out in the public domain.
Me as a man, you as a man as well, we need equality. We can have a situation which we get in our canal with we girl and they kill we and they say, well, it's that. And we as men had a hold on to that.
I hear you. While I have you on the phone, also we as men have to find avenues to talk, because you see where 2 men will have taken their lives, One was a soldier, and another one we saw where a businessman took his life. And
I saw that.
yes, men have to find avenues in which we can talk.
Exactly. Because I honestly, plenty time I see men kill a girl. I say what the kill a girl, right?
Well, and that happened to my cousin. Do you remember the incident with the young lady on Lower Hillside, where her husband came to his mother-in-law home and shot, and then took his life? Yeah.
Oh, that is what's her name? But I know. Your family is a woman or the man?
Family is a woman.
Yeah, I know the lady. I know her mother and thing. I know about it.
Yeah, the lawyer.
It was very sad.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We need to find ways and avenues of how to express ourselves and people to talk to. You know what I mean? But this situation, as I said, I think that for you to say that the media not talking about it, I don't think that's totally true. I heard where some talk show hosts are asking and prying into getting more information where this is concerned.
Yeah, well, I know the particular fella, right? And the thing with the particular fella is, if the mother died, father died. He only check. So he was set up fully for the pump.
Does she have any children?
He have children, young babies.
How much children you have?
2 children, 2 little children.
Okay, at least he leave somebody. At least with the same young lady.
The young lady was his wife. That was his wife.
So he have children with her?
Yeah, that's his wife. That was happening in the marriage home.
Right, but you know that there are people who are saying that he brought a Spanish woman there to live with them.
I like that. That is a outright. Yeah, I like.
Okay. All
the
right.
line in my life that take them apart. Them personal partner take your life.
All right, man. Well,
He was not angel. He was not angel.
Yeah.
But me as a man and you as a man and all the men listening to this program right now, this could set a different precedent so we cannot sleep comfortably at night.
I hear you.
Because they got life and we life going, and that's that.
All right. Well, we will talk more about it. I'll try and get more information and we'll chat more about it, right?
No problem at all.
All right, man.
Pass out well.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, brother. All right. So you just heard it there. A gentleman with some serious, genuine concerns about the situation where he said that the gentleman was his friend. Right? So that's what he said, that the gentleman was his friend. He knew the man real good. You know? So sometimes we lose good friends, you know. We lose good friends by due to situations that, you know, that we want answers to, and he wants answers to the loss of his friend. He wants answers, and I hear him loud and clear. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago again. Let me say, Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world, and those of you who will be looking back at this video, please subscribe to the page. Please subscribe to the page. Those of you who are even looking at the channel right now, 3,207 of you. All right, please subscribe to the page. All right, and share the information. I want to say thanks to the 700 and something persons who were on the live this evening. We had over 700 and something persons on the live this evening. So I want to say thank you to all of you. Before you come off, just click like. All right, so for those of you, the 500 and something of you, before you come off, just click the thumbs up button. Click on the thumbs up button, which gives us a good ratings on YouTube. And remember to make your contributions towards Constructive Talk at any First Citizen Bank. And let me say thank you again. I'm watching to see if the thumbs up going up, you know. I see only have 112. We have over 514 persons, 41 persons on the live. Could you just click the like button before you leave? And let's keep Constructive Talk one of the top podcasts or shows on YouTube. All right. Really appreciate you all. Thank you all very much. So you could click on the thumbs up button. It's right in front of you. So if you just touch it, it's 112 right now. If you touch it, it will go up to 113 and then look up to 114. And if all of you touch it, the 541 of you, it will go up to 541. Thank you all very much again for being a part of Constructive Talk.
The information provided by the speakers and or presenter on Facebook and YouTube is for general informational purposes only. All information is provided in good faith. However, Constructive Talk makes no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, adequacy, validity, reliability, availability, or completeness of this information.
Coming soon to Constructive Talk Network, Critical Thinkers. It's a youth show with a youth perspective on current affairs and issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Critical Thinkers, youth perspective on Constructive Talk. Final Hour Christian Ministries invites you to their annual Visitors Day service. End of days. Where are we in 2026? On Saturday, April 25th, 2026 at 11 a.m. Mandela Hall Center of Excellence with Pastor Mackenzie and the Final Hour family. See you there.